How I ended up in a wheelchair. Watch this video because I'm very sure you would learn a lesson or two. If this is your first time of seeing me, call me Yvonne. I use a wheelchair for mobility. I was in a road traffic accident. I've never said this story really since after my crash. There was a lot of stories, but this is me telling you what really happened. I had a friend then, rest in peace to her soul. She passed away during the accident. She told me of a friend of hers that had a party, right? I was 16 then. She invited me for the party and I went for the party. I told my parents I was going for the party. So it was a party that was supposed to have finished in the evening, and it was out of town. I'm in Jos and it was in Barking Ladi. It's like out of town, like let's say if you're in Abuja, right? In Abuja, and it happened in Kubwa. That was where the party happened. So we went for the party. It was such a fun party. We stayed for the night. I called my mom and I told my mom that I could not come back because the roads were bad and there was no car. Actually, I had a guy that told me he was gonna lift me, like give me a lift, but I was scared, like before this person go and rape me, so I didn't follow him. So the next day we slept at the party place, right? We were on our way back home, and I really used to love corn. There was corn being roasted on the streets. I told the driver I wanted to eat corn, right? So he stopped. We got some corn. So after we got the corn, he started to speed because in his car there was a friend of his that put some bottles that they used for the party. They bought drinks and the friend was like, he borrowed the bottles, so he needed to catch up with the friend because he didn't know his house, the friend's house or something. I can't really remember the story, but he started to speed, and I really don't like cars that speed, you know. I started to tell him, please, you're speeding too much, could you like reduce the speed and all of that. This guy literally continued to speed, and because I remember they had some drinks at the party, so the next day when we're leaving, the day of the accident, he had taken some drinks. You know how they say if you drink again the next day you're gonna like suppress hangover and all of that. I don't know if that is true, but then so he was a bit, you know, and all of that. Started to speed. You guys, I was still complaining before I knew anything. I just saw a pothole and he could not hold the brake. He entered the pothole and this car started to somersault. That was the only thing I could remember, but I heard that I was the one who gave the people that stopped by my mom's phone because my friend that we were together with that invited me for the party, she literally just passed away at the spot. Doctors kept saying I had spinal cord injury because I did not wear a seatbelt, and I'm very tall, and literally I've mostly noticed that people that always get spinal cord injuries through road traffic accidents is because they don't wear seatbelts and they are tall. So if you're a tall person, always wear your seatbelt, okay? Even if you're a short person, wear your seatbelt. So it's been like almost more than a decade I've been using a wheelchair, and I've learned a lot. Trust me, using a wheelchair is not easy, but then I'm happy to be alive. I've been able to accomplish a lot.